Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So, at the college level, almost every soccer player was once the best athlete on their high school team. Yet, once we arrive here, something changes. Talent alone is no longer enough. Some athletes stay consistent all season, others slowly decline because of fatigue, pressure, or injury. As a student athlete at Eastern Illinois University, understanding what truly sustains performance is essential, not only for winning games, but for protecting our bodies and careers. As a collegiate soccer player competing in this environment and through research drawn from peer reviewed sports science literature, I have examined what separates consistent performers from inconsistent ones. So today I will explain that sustained high level performance in college soccer depends on three integrated systems: scientific physical preparation, structured psychological conditioning, and for me, the most important one, the evidence based recovery strategies. So, firstly, I will discuss the physiological foundation of performance. Second, I will examine the psychological dimension of competition. And third, I will explain how recovery sustains excellence across an entire season. So, modern soccer is no longer driven only by repetition and instinct. It is guided by data. According to Slimani, Pavlovich, and Bragazzi in a 2020 peer-reviewed study published in Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research on high-intensity interval training in soccer players, this type of training significantly improves both aerobic and anaerobic capacity. Soccer requires repetitive, explosive efforts, not just steady jogging. Training must reflect that physiological is a reality that you can perform in the highest level possible. In addition, the American College of Sports Medicine, around 2021 professional textbook titled ACSM's Guidelines for Exercise Testing and Prescription, explains the periodization, the, the strategic variation of training load, prevents overtraining, and optimize peak performance during competitive seasons. Furthermore, the FIFA Medical Network, in a 2021 sports medicine report on injury prevention, states that monitoring workload through GPS tracking and structured load management significantly reduce overuse injuries because overtraining it's around like 80% the rate of the players that get injured. So overtraining is one of the most dangerous ways to get injured. Um, Scientific preparation builds capacity. It ensures the body is ready for demands of competition. But conditioning gets you ready. Composure keeps you effective. That leads to the second system, the psychological conditioning. So performance often collapses first in the mind. In 2018, in a book developing mental toughness, proven strategies for success in sports, the sports psychologist Jim Afremo argues that elite athletes deliberately train mental resilience with the same intensity as physical strength. Visualization allows athletes to mentally rehearse successful execution before stepping onto the field. This trenches patterns associated with confidence and reduces anxiety under pressure. Equally important to emotional regulation. In soccer, mistakes are inevitable. A missed opportunity or defensive mistake can shift momentum instantly. The difference between average and elite athletes is not who avoids mistakes, it is who resets faster. Control breathing, cognitive reframing, and focus internal dialogue help players recover immediately rather than carry frustration into the next play. At high levels of competition, psychological stability often determines uh, performance outcomes more than raw physical ability. However, even optimal physical and mental preparation will deteriorate without proper recovery. So, if training is the investment, recovery protects it. Recovery is frequently underestimated. Yet, it is the phase where adaptation actually occurs. It's the moment where you adapt yourself to a higher and higher level. So, the National Sleep Foundation in 2022, evidence-based guidelines on sleep duration for young adults recommends between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per night for optimal cognitive and neuromuscular recovery. Sleep deprivation directly reduces reaction time, coordination, and decision-making speed, all essential in competitive soccer. Post-exercise nutrition is equally critical. Carbohydrates replenish glycogen stores, while protein supports muscle repair and adaptation. And again, the FIFA Medical Network in 2021, the Injury Prevention Report emphasizes that structured recovery interventions such as hydration protocols and active recovery strategies significantly reduce soft tissue injury risk across the season. Without recovery, training stress accumulates instead of converting into improving performance. Recovery is not just weakness; it's a strategy. So you can ask me, so what truly drives sustained performance in college soccer? It is not talent alone. Also, it is not effort alone. Scientific physical preparation builds physiological capacity. Physiological conditioning stabilizes performance under pressure. Strategic recovery sustains resilience across an entire season. Talent may open the door to collegiate competition, but preparation systems determine who remain consistent, healthy, and impactful when the season ends. That's all. Thank you.